Peace,
What up?
peace.
Crystal clear. What's
Crystal
good?
clear? Yeah, what's going on, man?
Ain't nothing.
It's a lot going on out here, right?
Yeah, it's a lot going on, but we just got to be level-headed. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing that we can't get around. There's nothing that we're not going to be champions over.
Yeah, that's
plain
true.
And simple, man. That's plain and simple. We got it. You know what I'm saying? People just have to look at things with a very analytical eye and be calm. If you're not calm through it, then you're going to panic. You're going to jump out the window and do some shit that's going to be detrimental to you and your family.
Right.
We got it. But one thing that people have to relax on is trying to figure it out. This is this is a very new engagement for all of humanity. They never had nothing that shut the whole planet down globally. You see what I'm saying? And shut everything down, not just movement, not just thought, but financial. You think what I'm saying? Time and space, everything has been shut down. So it's very new. So when people think that they can figure it out, if you're not on that upper echelon where you getting specific information, these dudes don't even know what they doing. You dig what I'm saying? Russia don't know what Germany's doing. Germany don't know what the States doing. The States don't know what Asia's doing. It's all twisted. So stop trying to figure it out on our levels. We always going to be the last to know because they have us as the worker bees, as the pawns in this shit. So we not getting none of that. You
gotta, let me ask you a question though. So like when, what's going on in different parts of the country, you got a lot of people that's on with the curfew situation, and then you seeing a lot of people coming out as different videos, like the guy up in Newark, New Jersey. He had a situation where the police came on, I guess it looked like some sort of housing development, and they came to the area and they was outside telling them to go in the house. It's about 100 police outside telling them to go in the house, but they on cameras showing like, hey, we ain't going nowhere. This our property. We stand here and we gonna stand our ground. But then you see later on, like to speed up the story, we see later on where that same individual came out with the mayor and said that he was just doing it. He literally said that I was just doing it for Instagram, and hopefully y'all don't do this around the country and think that y'all gonna do what I did. You know what I'm saying? I do apologize, right? So when you got them type of situations going on, and then you see them bringing curfew in, then you see them bringing in the National Guard, I want to ask you a question. Like, you've been a country's brother, is that something the government should be doing? Do you think that's proactive or?
Well, listen, I'm also a vet. I was in the service, for 2 years. I was stationed overseas as a combat medic. So when you're talking about maneuvers and you're talking about military being engaged with civilians, there's a lot of things going on there. First of all, the National Guard was called in strictly as support. First of all, you need to know who the National Guard is. National Guard are people who went through basic training, and that was it. They just went through basic training. Some of them might have had the AIT, like a job description, and that was it. They never served time in the Army. They only come through a few times a month, go to a military facility, stay there for about a week. Some of them may do 2-week maneuvers, but they just like you and me. They may be working construction. They may be working in Target. They may be working in Walmart. They may be working in a bank. They regular people. These are not seasoned soldiers. You dig what I'm saying? That's why they so quick to pull that ratchet out, because most of them don't even have the ratchet. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they are regular people. Now, when they call the National Guard out, it's strictly for support so that the police are not overwhelmed. You dig what I'm saying? So they ain't nobody. They ain't Rambo. You dig what I'm saying? They regular people who are coming from different locations. This is why they do it. They may have dudes from base in Kentucky come to New Jersey and New York. You see what I'm saying? But they ain't nobody special like that. They just enhancing the numbers. So you got to be mindful of that. Now, when we're talking about curfews is something that, listen, I've been said this a long time ago. We need a self-imposed curfew for black people so we could get our thoughts together, so we could get back into community, so the fathers could get back to dealing with their children, so the wives and the fathers could get back into a relationship building, so we can enhance our goals. You know what I'm saying? So we can better make strategies for ourselves and stop allowing these people to move around. So when they put this curfew in place, it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? Now, none of us are sure how this shit is being spread. You got all these people trying to be scientists and motherfucking health healers. They don't know shit. I'm telling you right now, you got basic things that we can do to keep our immune systems up. But when you're talking about how this shit is spreading, they don't know. We don't know if it's close contact with saliva. We don't even know if this shit is airborne yet. So if they establishing a curfew, you dig what I'm saying? Abide by the shit. Especially if you know that we are not organized to go against it. What are you beefing about? Stop playing games with the people, because what's going to happen is you're going to get people in a position to go against the grain and they're going to get their head knocked off. And are you responsible for that? Are you going to be responsible for that? Me, I'm not.
Right. So,
I'm not. If I had me and my team and we had our squad and we was going out and doing certain things, but before you do those things, you got to politicize the people. These dudes is doing some dumb shit. I seen Casanova do some wild shit with your moms and all of them out there in the street. Now, what if you had one of these happy-go-lucky ass pigs that y'all was challenging and he would have popped your moms?
Right.
That shit don't make no sense. It just don't.
Yeah, so you definitely got a lot going on.
We don't know how it's being spread, so fall the fuck back.
Right.
Fall back.
So, when you got people that's right now, you know, like you will see a lot of people that's in the conscious community, and when they speak on it, they'll speak and say that this is a United States, you know what I'm saying, chemical warfare versus like it's COVID-19. It coming from what was it, November or September in 2019. The first discoverance of it was in China. So. You know, facts are facts, but when you got people that's doing that, like, what do you think about that? You feel the same way that it's a United States?
I looked that up, and I recall them talking about this back in November. You see what I'm saying? I do remember it, and reading articles on it. And I remember them saying that the United States was actually sending treatments over there or placebos and different type of medications to try to halt the outbreak over there. So it's bugging me out that why we don't have these same shits over here. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was trying to help them prevent the spread of it back then. In as early as November and as late as January. So they knew what was going on.
Right.
Now, whether I don't know who initiated, I don't give a damn. Our thing is how are we going to respond as a people to something that we know nothing about. We got these people that are acting like they are scientists. Like they know. You don't know. You have no idea. If you do have an idea, then get out there and give our people the solution.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Get out there and give them what they need.
What do you think about them saying that the U.S. government is holding information from us? Like they should have been said that.
Well, they always hold information. That ain't nothing new.
Right.
Fuck, they still ain't tell us who shot Kennedy. They still ain't tell you who shot Malcolm or Martin. That's what they do. They still ain't tell you that you still a slave on paper. You see what I'm saying? They always withhold information, but come on, that ain't nothing new. That's nothing new. Our job has to be, at what point are we going to say, you know what? Fuck these dudes. We don't need them to validate us. We don't need them to validate our moves. We need to move on our own. Simple as that. You don't have to petition them for your right to be a human, you don't have to acknowledge them in the first place. They acting like this hasn't been done before. You know who we can use as an example to get away from the United States government? The United States government. When they came here, they was under contract to England. They was still under the rule of their king. They had a contract with them. You know what made them special? You know what made them get their independence? At a certain point, they said, fuck London, fuck England. We not rocking with y'all right now. We taking this going to be our land, and we're going to do this on our own. So if you want to be an independent nation, if you want to have recognition of your own, you got to say, fuck them. What are you going to petition them for your right to live? So the conscious communities get mixed up.
So you definitely want to go against, like, in this time, you definitely want to go against, you want to tell people to go against their own government. Like, you know, you've been from the United States, you've been a vet.
Listen, it's never been ours.
Right.
People want to claim allegiance to it because of the labor you put in. You dig what I'm saying? That's just like a whole saying that the stash that the pimp got in the safe is hers, it's ours.
Right.
Nah, just because he worked you to death, you gave him that bread. That's his now. That's the same shit. People tell me, oh, we picked cotton, we was this, we was that, so this is our land, we built it. No. You was forced into servitude. I don't make the shit yours. This is not ours. I didn't go into service on no patriotic shit. I went in there to get bangers so I could come back to the hood, and come back to the town and get busy. I thought that's what I did. I thought you was going to go in there and get bangers. Because that's what I was told. Oh, you could go to the service, you could get mad armaments. You dig? So I didn't go in there on no patriotic shit. Like I was in trouble in there too. I stayed in trouble. Article 15 and shit, extra duty every other week. Cause I was insubordinate. I wasn't built for that shit or with it. But I went through and learned from the experience. I definitely learned how to shoot. I definitely learned how to be a disciplined soldier. I definitely learned how to survive. You dig what I'm saying? In the woods and dealing with combat and becoming a combat medic. I learned how to be a first responder, but I didn't go up in there to pledge allegiance to no flag. I was born in Islam. My father was one of the first 5%ers. So when you're talking about going against the grain of the flag, I'm with it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got no allegiance to this bullshit. But then I'm not stupid enough to say that, yo, listen, we should just wild out. No. You need strategy. You need planning. You need a united front. And
no, you definitely need strategy and plan.
That, you got to. You got to. You got to. Because you're surrounded. You're surrounded physically. You're surrounded mentally. You understand what I'm saying? You surrounded culturally. You dig what I'm saying? And now you're surrounded technology-wise. They got you surrounded. You behind enemy lines, man. But this right here is a proper and the best opportunity that we will ever have to really sit down and get together. So why are you fighting a curfew? Nigga, they telling you to work from home. You know how much you could get done? You know how much you can reconnect with your family, with your children? You know how you can reconnect with your brother in the hood? They paying you to stay home. Sit down. You mad? No. This is a perfect opportunity to finally get some things fine-tuned. We can watch their actions. We can see how they react. We watching them panic. So why are we gonna feed into the panic? They don't know they don't know what they doing. They don't know what they doing. They confused. Nigga, you put a real estate agent in charge of your goddamn government. Come on now.
Yeah. So how do you feel about like now you got, with this stimulus package coming out, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be people saying that they starting to like Trump and even then, like I even seen rappers like coming off like Gillie, for example. He came out and he said to on his live the other day how Trump you know, he's pretty much liking what Trump is doing, the way Trump is handling the media, I guess, like telling them to be quiet, you know, when they asking them questions or whatever, like it ain't your business. And like, what do you think about that? You think that is that part of the plan as well, like to change up the perception of Trump?
Well, listen, he changed the dynamic. Anybody who is black, who's in the street, who is anti-establishment, going to have an affinity for how he's moving. Because what he did was pull a curtain back and expose the government or the lack of government for what it is. So they appreciating that shit. That's just like you watching the goddamn Al Pacino and Scarface, and he's shooting shit up and getting bread. You're going to like that because you identifying with what he's doing. You dig what I'm saying? But I wouldn't. How can you like a Trump? How? How can you like him when he can't even put two words together? How can you like him when everybody behind him is giving him weird looks? You see what I'm saying? He's a dummy. He's a dummy. So I'm not going to never have no affinity for him or any of them, for that matter. He's a bozo with this shit. You dig what I'm saying? Any stimulus package that they give out, they're going to watch and see how people respond to it and what they do with it. And that's going to be your reparations right there. Don't fall for that bullshit. They get ready to give dudes chump change in a situation where you need way more than that. You understand? That shit ain't about nothing. That's something that they got to do, because if they don't, then the economy is going to collapse completely.
That's a fact.
They're trying to make sure that they can put a little Band-Aid on this shit. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't about liking him or what he doing, what he had to do, what he got to do in this time of need. He's trying to motherfucking make sure that you have a low level of resistance to whatever's getting ready to come. So he's trying to rock you to sleep. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's not be fooled with any of this shit. You dig? Again, I always say this shit is make-believe. I've been telling people that shit for years. At any time, they could have cleared dudes' mortgage rates. At any time, they could have took and gave the whole entire country zero balance on what they own for credit and all type of shit like that.
Right.
That's all that shit is. They could have did that at any time.
They're going to probably add interest rates. They're going to add interest rates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For to keep people in a financial bond. This shit is make-believe, dog. If people don't understand that right now, they wiped out everything that people thought was so important. They wiped out the entire NBA, Major League Baseball, NFL, the entertainment industry. You can't go to the movies and nothing. Wipe that shit out. Boom. Just like that. So if you was in high school and you thought you was getting ready to go to the NBA, that shit is done. You understand what I'm saying? If you was an actress on Broadway and thought you was getting ready to get a Tony, that shit is done. I keep telling you, this shit don't mean nothing. And they're showing and proving it to you right now. This shit I've been saying for the last 6 years.
What do you think about the entertainers right now? The entertainers, they pretty much, all the entertainers, if you look through social media, all the entertainers are out now. Like, even people who normally don't be on social media, they showing their life. They showing themselves. Some of them with family, some of them lonely. You know, what do you feel about that? You think that that's gonna help them, or maybe move forward, like when this shit go back to normal, or they just gonna be back celebrities doing what they do and not really helping the general public?
That's all they doing right now. This is what,
because Offset online rolling up 50 blunts, you know, the size of my fingers, and you know, it's other things that he can be showing on his social media that people can be occupying their time with. Just me personally.
He couldn't. He can't. That's not where his mind at. This is what's showed. They showing you now. They mentally off balance. They can't do nothing else other than that, because that's where his head is. That's where the maturity level is. Most of these entertainers is on Instagram and Twitter now because they narcissists. So they still want to see themselves, and they still want to believe in that image that somebody propped them up to have. Now you're showing just how unimportant they really are. I've been telling you that shit. I don't care who they are. They're unimportant. They don't have a purpose. So now that all that's been taken away, it's showing up. And if you don't look at it now and see it for what it is, you're going to be consumed by it again. Just look at Instagram. I've never seen so many people on live at one time.
Right.
On feed, and it's getting worse and worse. These broads is out there showing their ass all day. Yeah,
I was just looking at a twerk contest on YouTube. You know, and it was like it bugged me out, just like the whole because it was like I was watching it, but it kind of bugged me out. I was just seeing like how the females was reacting, the fact that they was gonna win $200 online, and just like the way they took it there, it's like, damn, just the images that person would take just for a few dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for a few nickels.
That's gonna live forever, though. That video gonna live forever.
Forever. Listen, I'm seeing them online with their kids, man. With their kids.
Right.
Seeing them in that type of dress. Seeing them in that type of behavior. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So come on now. That's where we at. While they are restructuring how the world is going to move, you twerking. You holding blunts. You still out here trying to get people to buy waist trainers. You over here still trying to sell tea. You over here still telling people to invest in real estate that ain't even there no more. How can you tell somebody to invest in something that they get ready to take from all of y'all?
Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When they calling in the military and National Guards and all that shit, come on, man. They will appropriate land, too.
Yeah.
So y'all still get, because they...
Well, that shit don't mean, like you said, the property shit. Like, even though that looks like a housing development in Newark, New Jersey, but just imagine if it was someone's personal property and they saying, like, I ain't going inside. And they have to tell you that, no, you going inside. This is our shit.
They got videos.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen a video of one brother that was beefing, and they were like, yo, you got to go in.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. They not playing, and if you not prepared, I don't see no large numbers of Black Panthers. I don't see BLA running around. I don't see nobody running around with enough resources to go up against these dudes right now. Because for the last 2 or 3 decades, they've been bullshitting. They haven't been organizing. They haven't been building.
Let me ask you something. Let's go take it political just for a second. We just talked about Trump, but when it comes to, like when it comes to MLK, and we know what MLK, you know what I'm saying, did for us, right? And what he didn't do for us. You know, history is history. Now we have this information, correct? So, and you got this guy, Bernie Sanders, and then the hip-hop community want him to focus on Bernie Sanders getting elected right now. When Sanders, his whole is how... Can you hear me? Yeah, his whole thing is how basically that he ran with MLK. And MLK was like, they was good friends. They was as well as business partners. They went through all these states campaigning these different, things that we know MLK for. Now, me personally, me knowing what I know, like, why would I want that type of dude in office? You know what I mean?
You shouldn't. You should.
Because he could have been the clear reason, the one who was telling MLK, like, buddy, we got to do this. MLK probably having second thoughts. He the one said, bro, we got to take it there. We got to do this. We got to do what they say. They telling us this. We going to die if we don't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting fear in his heart. Who to say that wasn't him?
Well, listen, we already know he works with the federal government, within the federal government. You understand?
Right.
MLK was an independent entity. He wasn't in no office. You understand what I'm saying? So by you telling me that you walked with him, you dig what I'm saying? Then you are in office. You are a government official. I wouldn't trust you. You could have been the one that got his head popped off. You could have gave him the location. You see what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that we could look at in hindsight. I don't trust nobody in that. None of them. Because you all pledge allegiance. You all take an oath before you take that seat.
Yeah.
To keep and uphold that flag. So then you ain't working with nobody that's going against the grain. I'm telling my people to love themselves. I'm telling my people that they are the universal truth. I'm telling my people that they can exist without these evil, demonic people governing their lives. So how the hell I'm going to work with somebody who's upholding the flag? That don't make sense. So Bernie can go eat a cow ass. I don't care about no Bernie. I don't care about no Joe Biden. I don't care about none of them government officials. That don't make sense. So when you see hip hop dudes doing it, they're doing it for their own,
right,
their very own benefit. Because they have brought into the system. They get paid by the system. And they need the system to continue so they can eat. They ain't got no day job. What's their day job?
That's a fact. And then you seeing, like I said, these guys now, you know, I even seen them post on their YouTube pages, like, you know, any means to monetize, any means to make some money, because now you got these high overheads. And like it was somebody was saying something like, I don't have a problem with, you know, I make a certain amount of money, right, with the businesses I do.
Over the course of the year, it's only worth $100,000. You telling me that all that time I'm taking away from my family, all the time taking away that me educating my children, all that time that I'm never going to get back, you're going to tell me that that priceless shit that I'm taking away from my family, you only giving me $100,000 for? You dig what I'm saying? I'm giving you the middle finger. My labor is priceless. You talking about time that I'm never going to get back. That's why I never hold no conventional gig for no long time. If I'm not working for my people to enhance the quality of their lives, I'm out of there. You can't put a price on my labor. And that's what we have become accustomed to doing under a capitalist society. People are saying, oh yeah, well shit, they giving me $250,000. But for that $250,000, now you got somebody raising your kids, somebody educating your kids, somebody else taking care of your wife. You dig what I'm saying? Or your husband.
Or your overhead.
You see what I'm saying? So now you working to death and somebody else is not.
And then the minute they pull the rug, them same people you look down on, soon as they pull that rug like they just did, now, you know, now look. See, I think like in this very moment, like I'm speaking like this because I think in this very moment, I think that this is like, I was going to start episodes on the humbling of America. You know what I'm saying? Because I really think this is the humbling of America, let alone worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of individuals they in their place right now. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, it don't matter how much money you got right now, you won't have access to it. Period. You know what I mean? And that type of stuff right there makes people who with power, that makes them upset. You know what I mean? So you got that going around. That's like a person, like whether he the manager, whether he the supervisor, whether he the president.
Like I tell most of the co-workers and most of the fathers that I deal with when we talk about anger management, relax with these dudes. Because now look, your manager, your supervisor, you know what I'm saying, your union chief, all y'all in unemployment at the same time. So while they was trying to, you know what I'm saying, while you was running crazy to make sure that, you know, you're in good standing with the job and all that other shit. And I'm telling you, these people are not important. They don't serve a purpose in your life other than that occupation. Now look, Big Boss is at the unemployment line with you. So now you looking at him and then y'all even. Like I've been telling people, man. You see what I'm saying? The important people was under a false prestige. Now, like you said, the rug has been pulled up under their foot, and look at them. They can't function.
Can't function correctly.
You dig what I'm saying? That's why I say be calm. Let's analyze this shit. You dig what I'm saying? Not be reactionary. You dig what I'm saying? We have to take a proactive stance on how we're going to protect ourselves, how we're going to protect our families, and move further. Because whatever they planning, you dig what I'm saying? We have to comply with that plan. The minute we don't comply with it, the plan is null and void. You see what I'm saying? People could plan to do something to you all they want to. And when they come to do it, you foil the plan. Now what? So people, they planning for us right now. They planning, but we're going to have to comply with that. The minute we show resistance, it's done. So let's calm down. Let's take the information, utilize what we can utilize. You dig what I'm saying? And whatever we can't, we throw out. We throw out. We got to be calm. We got to love on each other. We got to educate each other. And we got to push through.
No, facts. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you want to lead the people with something, man? I'm going to post this on Death for the Cloud Chaser TV, man.
Listen, people, in this time, it is very, very critical that we utilize all that we can to become a nation that is dealing with truth. We got to love on the babies. We got to educate on the babies. We got to remain healthy. That's most important. We got to remain healthy. You get what I'm saying? And not cause ourselves to get our head popped off by trying to go against the grain and you're not ready to do it. Listen to people who are really there and who have provided tangible resources in the communities. You dig what I'm saying? Stop falling for this fake leadership shit. Stop falling for these conscious community dudes who ain't there for you and never been there for you. You dig what I'm saying? Stop feeding into the bullshit. Use your 2020 vision and your intuition and get some solid foundation up under your feet. That's it.
Absolutely, man. Salute, bro. I appreciate the build, man.
Salute. Anytime, comrade.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Y'all go subscribe to Blizz __NENY. You understand? That was a bill right there, fam. Y'all gotta stay focused. Put y'all 2020 vision on, man. Share this to your family members, man, so they can get in tune, man. Straight up. This that bill that they need in this time. I'm telling you. Share this to your people, man. It's Death for the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We out of here.